The Maruyuma MD155DX is an excellent unit for applying pest control products in field situations. It features a two-stroke engine. It can dispense both liquids or granules, is backpack mounted and easy to use. The two-stroke engine and fuel tank is located on the rear of the machine. The fanned compressor compresses air, forcing it through the long nozzle, dispensing both liquids and granules. The liquid tank holds up to 10 litres and features a small connecting nozzle on the underside. The granule tank holds around 10 kilograms of granules or pellets and features an adjustable opening flap on the underside to allow product to be dispensed. To set up for dispensing liquids, first attach the liquid tank to the top of the unit. There are two metal flanges on either side that need to be swung into position, locking the tank in place. The dispensing hose should be firmly pressed over the nozzle on the lower side of the tank. From its attachment point, the hose then goes down along to a stop valve and mechanism held in place by a metal clip. The hose then follows the top of the main air pipe before finishing at an adjustable nozzle. When running, liquid is drawn through the hose via the airflow before being dispensed and dispersed by the nozzle at the end. For fueling the unit, first ensure you have a standards approved fuel can filled with 91 unleaded fuel. Also make sure you use a proper synthetic quality two-stroke oil mixed in the can at the correct ratio. The mixing ratio for this unit is 50:1. This means 20 ml of oil should be added to 1 litre of 91 unleaded petrol. For larger cans, it is 100 ml in 5 litres or 200 ml in 10 litres. Use the measuring cylinder on the oil container to measure the correct volume of oil. Carefully add this to the fuel tank, making sure not to spill any. Recap the fuel can and shake thoroughly to mix the oil in with the fuel. To fill the petrol tank on the unit, first undo the cap on the tank and using a funnel or nozzle, carefully tip the two-stroke mixed fuel into the tank, ensuring that no spillage occurs. Remember, do not overfill the tank. Once finished, firmly recap the fuel tank, ensuring there are no leaks. Before starting the unit, ensure you are wearing protective equipment, including gloves and earmuffs as appropriate. To start the unit, first push the choke lever up and press the fuel prime bulb several times and watch fuel flow through the fuel lines. Check for leaks. Switch the unit on at the switch. Make sure the throttle is closed. Place a foot on the unit to steady it and firmly pull start. After a few seconds, push the choke lever down. Once warm, the engine can be freely revved a few times to ensure it is functioning properly. To switch the unit off, first close the throttle and flick the stop switch to the upwards position. When filling the chemical tank with chemical, it is extremely important that you read the label on the product to be used and use the appropriate mix rate. To fill the tank, first open the lid and then tip a measured quantity of fresh water into the top of the tank. It is important to be precise about water measurements as this will affect the concentration of the final product. Next, tip the appropriate quantity of chemical concentrate into the tank. If you are using detergent, it is a good idea to use a measuring cup or measuring glass to measure the precise quantity of product required. Next, replace the lid, screwing it firmly into position, ensuring it is not cross-threaded or loose. Lastly, shake the tank to ensure chemical is mixed evenly inside. To put the unit on, it is a good idea to have an assistant help you, as it can be awkward and difficult to do. Place the straps over the shoulders, taking care not to knock any levers or control elements. On the right hand side, there is a clip that can be pulled into place, locking firmly into position. It is important that you wear appropriate protective equipment before use. This will include ear protection, gloves, overalls, face mask or respiratory protection if appropriate. When ready to apply product, the throttle can be opened to full, increasing the power and airflow through the black nozzle. The stop valve can then be opened and liquid will flow through the pipe and be dispensed through the nozzle at the end. Shown again, here is how to open the stop valve on the chemical hose. Once running, the product can be seen being dispensed as a fine mist through the nozzle up to a distance of 5 to 6 meters vertically. The amount of product dispensed can be increased or reduced by adjusting the nozzle. To stop the unit, simply close the valve and flick the off switch up. The unit can also be set up to dispense fine or coarse granular products such as fertilizer or granular ant baits. To do this, a metal adjuster bar is attached to the granule dispensing tank, which opens and closes a flap on the bottom of the tank by means of the lever located on the left-hand side of the machine. The metal bar opens the flap at the bottom of the granule tank, allowing granules or pellets to flow through the machine and out through the dispensing nozzle. The tank is attached in the same way as the liquid tank, however the metal bar must be pushed through the locating pin on the bottom of the tank and a split pin pushed in to hold it secure. Once set up, raising or lowering the control lever will open and close the flap in the bottom of the dispensing tank. Once ready, fill the tank with the appropriate quantity of granular product. It is again extremely important that you read the label for the product you are dispensing. Once you are ready to dispense product, simply raise the lever to allow granular product to flow through the nozzle. To adjust the flow, simply raise or lower the lever at an appropriate level. The higher the lever, the more product will flow through the nozzle. You will need to practice adjusting the flow to ensure the product has been applied at the correct application rate. To stop the unit, simply close the adjuster lever, shut the throttle, and switch the unit off. Remember, please use this equipment safely. Obey all local rules and regulations regarding chemical use, and wear appropriate protective equipment.